come with me to see Final Destination Bloodlines 1 week before it wide releases here in Scotland. Something that often happens when I go on a holiday or when I go on a break is that I often basically work myself to the bone to be able to take time off. Why do I feel like I'm gonna cry? I always feel like I go into a few days of a slump where I just feel incredibly drained. Just try and feel a bit more myself, and films have always been a really big happy place for me. So literally all I've done for the past 2 days is watch comfort films, not even anything new, just things that are like making me feel good and making me feel like relaxed and happy, and this is going to make me incredibly happy, so it's a little treat to me, I think, tonight. I'm not scared of dying, and I don't really care if it's peace you find in dying. In between films, I've decided to get myself an ice blast. Who remembers when these were called ice junkies? That I'm not making that up, I swear to God, it's a thing. Well, we've been waiting a long time to see this film. It has been 14 years since the last installment and 25 years since the first Final Destination. So the gap between Final Destination 5 and Final Destination 6 exceeds that of the timeline from when the first film up to the 5th film released. While there are some things that I would have liked tweaked, I feel very satisfied as a long-term fan of this franchise that this is a place that it can settle. Of course, we saw William Bloodworth by Tony Todd one last time. His last moments were very poignant, and I definitely believe that they were written with great intention, and I feel very settled as a fan of his and a fan of the franchise of how that was handled. In terms of the film overall, pretty fun concept. Definitely kind of leans into one of the loopholes that a lot of people have been talking about, especially you're amongst like Reddit threads, a lot of people being like, how is death catching up to all these fuckers that seem to find their way out of these situations? Some of the emotional plotline to how we get into that is like a little bit thin for me, but in terms of the classic Rube Goldberg setups that you go to a Final Destination film for, very fucking satisfying. I'm very enthused to see how this traumatizes another generation. You know, we've all been haunted by the fucking log lorry for years, and that was in the second film. God damn. Yeah, you know, I'm really excited to see all of the irrational fears that this is going to instill in a new generation. I think it's about fucking time other people were haunted as much as we've been. But if you're thinking about going to see it next week, just go. It's Final Destination, just go.